Have you noticed this strange contradiction? You're earning more than you did a few years ago. Your paycheck is higher. On paper, you're doing better. And yet, money still feels tight. Not in a dramatic way, just a quiet, constant pressure. Like you're always one unexpected expense away from stress. That feeling isn't random, and it's not because you're bad with money. Let's talk about why this happens. Imagine a fairly typical scenario. You're in your late 20s or early 30s. You work full-time. Maybe you've switched jobs once or twice. Your gross salary looks decent, but after tax, things look different. Let's say you take home around $3,800 a month in the US, or about $3,200 in parts of Europe after taxes and social charges. Now the expenses start. Rent or a mortgage takes $300 to $600. Car payment or lease, $350. Insurance, fuel, maintenance, another $250. Student loan or education EMI, $300. Credit card minimums, $200. Phone, subscriptions, utilities, $250. We're already close to $2,900. And we haven't talked about groceries, social life, clothes, travel, or small treats that don't feel like spending. By the end of the month, what's left isn't zero. But it's not enough to feel secure. So the question becomes, where did the higher income go? The common explanation is cost of living, but that's only part of the story. The deeper issue is more uncomfortable. As income increases, expenses don't just rise. They reorganize themselves to absorb every extra dollar. Not because you're irresponsible, but because modern life quietly teaches us to upgrade everything at the same pace as our income. A slightly better apartment, a safer, newer car, more convenience, less friction, fewer small discomforts. Each choice makes sense on its own. Together they create a financial ceiling you can't seem to break through. Let's look at a simple piece of math. If your income increases by $800 a month, but your fixed expenses rise by $600, you didn't really get ahead. You just locked yourself into a higher maintenance life. That $600 isn't flexible. You can't pause it during a slow month. You can't negotiate with it when inflation hits. It turns future income into past decisions. This is why money still feels tight even when you're earning more. But there's also a psychological layer to this. Humans don't experience money in absolute terms. We experience it relative to our environment. When everyone around you is upgrading, not upgrading feels like falling behind. So spending becomes less about enjoyment and more about staying aligned with your peer group. You're not buying luxury. You're buying normal. And that's the most expensive category there is. If this pattern continues for 10 or 15 years, the impact is quiet, but serious. Savings stay shallow. Investing feels optional, not automatic. Career risks feel dangerous, not exciting. You're not broke, but you're not free either. And the scariest part is that nothing feels wrong enough to force change. Financially intelligent people don't escape this by earning dramatically more. They escape it by thinking differently. They separate comfort from identity. They treat upgrades as trade-offs, not rewards. They protect flexibility more than appearances. Not because they're extreme or frugal, but because they understand something simple. Wealth isn't built by how much you earn. It's built by how much control you keep. If money feels tight, even though your income is rising, that's not a failure. It's feedback. And noticing it early, without panic or guilt, is how smarter financial decisions actually begin. If this way of thinking resonates, you can like the video or subscribe for more calm, realistic conversations about money. No hype, just clarity.